Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Leadnap Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about the RB04 Echo anti-ship missile for the AJS37 Viggen in DCS World. The RB04 Echo is an anti-ship missile with a 200 kilogram warhead. The total weapon weight is 625 kilograms, and for flight considerations it is 661 kilograms with its attached launcher. The munition has a approximately 32 kilometer range, and it is subsonic. We'll later go over the release envelope. However, if you're taking notes now, you need to release between 50 and 425 meters. And it is one of two anti-ship missiles available to the AJS37 in DCS. If you're ever not sure of which you have, the RB04 has large wings coming off the sides with their own winglets, and the RB15 looks more like a conventional missile. Alright, so pre-flight, before you take off, or during flight if you decide you're going to deploy the weapon, you'll need to set your weapon selector to attack. You can see the little red dot indicating that here on our diagram. The sight mode selector is irrelevant in the deployment of this missile. The release mode and target mode selectors are target and mission dependent, and so we'll get into that now. When determining the selection of your target mode selector, consider the profile of your target and your mission. If you're attacking a single ship, use the single or ENCO selection. If you are selecting a group of ships, such as a convoy or landing party, use the group setting. When using the group selection, there are a couple of things to take into account. First, the group must be within 2,700 meters, and it must be in depth. So as you can see on the left, when your axis of attack is coming out of the left, the ships are in depth to that axis, and it counts as a group. However, if you're perpendicular to a line of ships, the missile will ignore it because it is not in depth and the seeker can't see all of them as a group. So as a result, it will not attack any of those ships and continue to fly. Once in flight, approaching your target, you will need to set your QFE. I do strongly suggest remaining in an altitude hold or at least an attitude hold for stable flight through the release, as it is a 625 kilogram weight falling off of one of your wings. Your master mode switch can be in three settings. The RB04E can release in NAV, SPA, which is Recon, or ANF, or ATK on the English. However, it is important to note that the NAV and SPA will exclude range information on the central indicator and HUD, and no wind correction will be applied on the HUD. For that reason, it's recommended to release in ANF. However, it is of note that you can release in NAV or SPA. When going to release, again, you need to be between 50 and 425 meters above the sea. You'll need to orient the aircraft in the direction of the threat, and you'll need to release the weapons inside the specified release envelope. When you're inside and ready to go, just hold the release until the fall last indicator comes on. If you're firing in series, the second missile will release 2 seconds from the first if fired. Do note that if you're only firing one missile and an impulse, the fall last light will come on after the release. Do just safe the trigger to reset the circuit, and the light will go out, and then you can unsafe the trigger to fire the second one. Again, that's only if you're in impulse and not intending to release them both in series. Also in practice, the light doesn't always come on after the first release, even in impulse. It is important to also note that the CK-37 requires a target waypoint for targeting information. However, the missile can be launched at any time and without a waypoint. The radar fix can be used to create the waypoint. Also, you can just use your radar and the ANF setting to see your launch envelope and know that you're releasing inside that 30 kilometers. The missile will just fly out and seek out a target. Once in flight, the RB04 Echo will travel in the direction it was initially pointed. This is why it's been previously pointed out that the orientation of the nose is very important. Once released, the missile will descend to 10 meters above sea level, which is an important consideration if you're releasing over land, and other objects or terrain features may come up higher than 10 meters. The missile, once launched, will travel in the direction it was pointed, and it will seek out a target. The missile itself has an 8-kilometer radar range with a 28-degree plus or minus field of vision, which means that in total it is a 56-degree cone of vision with 28 degrees to either side. It is possible, and in one of the demonstrations following this, to target more than one target at a time. To do so, point the nose at the first target, and in impulse release the first missile, then turn, point the nose at the second target, and release again. However, do note that both of those targets need to be more than 60 degrees apart from your position, which really means that they need to be pretty far apart, and they're definitely not going to be part of the same group. I did see one YouTube video where one person was trying to hit the first and last ships in a group. The missile will count the group as a whole and then select targets outside of that, again, usually the nearest ship. So let's go ahead, jump in cockpit, and see some of this in action. Just so you know, there will be a couple different demonstrations. I'm not going to take you guys through the entire flight, but rather just kind of pertinent parts of the flights to keep this short and give you some other ideas. Alright guys, we're going to change it up from the normal format. I'm going to present to you guys two different scenarios, and like I said, I'm not going to go through the entire flight, though really both of them do show a little bit of it, but I did want to show you guys both the target acquisition and kind of the launching. So in this one, we're going to attack a group target with our radar fix. So right now you can see we're just starting to get returns. We're looking at the 120 kilometer range, but again, the returns really only start about 100. We can see our target waypoint already kind of brought in here. Now we're starting to see more returns coming in. So I'm pointing out here, we've got our group and a single target intentionally put in. So I'm setting the group setting, so we're going to go after the group. So you can see here I'm using the T1 and TV buttons to move my target waypoint. So it's a little more corresponding to where that radar target is. So now you can see I've put myself into attack, and that is the range envelope, and in SPA, and in nav you can see it disappears. So that's kind of earlier what I was talking about. Nothing's going to appear on the HUD just yet as far as the ranging information goes. So at this point, now that I've acquired my targets, I'm bringing myself down. They do have SAMs, so I do want to keep myself as low as possible here. We are in a Viggen after all. point, it's just a waiting game. Really makes you miss the RB15 because I think I've already fired that thing and gone home. But that's a different video for a different day. So what I did here, a lot of people don't do, but I've kind of started to try to make this a habit. So I've gone ahead and put myself into tact so that when the missile falls off, I can just look down and I should see a 0. If there's a malfunction, I'm going to get a dash. It's really going to help me also to just kind of know what really is going on under my pylons. Now I'm just trying to figure out what's the best HUD setting. So you can see I've pumped this up into some burner, really just to kind of kill some time and get us a little closer. Building up some speed too if maybe we're gonna have a SAM issue or something like that. I am pretty low, so I probably will pop up a little bit here on our release. Now, when I made this scenario, I intentionally put the single ship in ahead of it, so that you can see how in group it'll ignore single targets. Fortunately, I put the ship a little too far out, and I think we'll actually may pass it completely in our envelope, maybe not. So there's my release range indicator that just came up on the HUD, because we are in attack. On the master, to clarify that. So you can see here I've stripped us down into the 30 to give myself the biggest window. Yeah, I think the single ship might just pass out of that envelope for us. As you can see, there is a little bit of a minimum range. Ooh. So this is interesting. We're getting jammed. So you see that solid black line coming down, and you can see how it interferes. They're jamming my radar. It's not going to help them. So there goes one missile, and the other missile, and we're going to pull out. GTFO. Probably outside of the 28-degree field of view. So let's go watch these things. Sorry about the rough camera work there, guys. So the missiles have selected 2 different targets, which is nice. So hopefully we sink the warship. And there you have it. 2 hits. Can't complain there, can we? Alright, so let's now look at scenario number 2. So this one, I decided to go a little crazy, and we're going to attack both a single target and a group target. So this is really going to kind of tax, but also show you really kind of the whole depth of settings and features here. Again, this one's a little long just because, again, I'm going to kind of go over kind of some of my thinking and planning so that you guys can see some of that too. See here, I'm tinkering with my waypoints. Radar contacts. So you can see here, I moved the ships out so that they'd be further abreast of me. So now you can see I'm moving with my T1 and TV buttons, my radar stick, which I do have a separate joystick for now, which is awesome. So I've gone ahead and set that to single, so I'm attacking the single target. I'm changing and doing my third waypoint here over the group target. Originally I had it the other way around, but it occurred to me that I should do the closer target first, which was the opposite of my original plan, which you can see I just had to adjust for. Because otherwise I'd have to make some really radical turns, and you saw what happened in the last scenario, where I ended up getting too close to the single ship. I did not want that to happen again here. So again, I've got them acquired, I've got it all set up, so I'm going to drop altitude now, try and become a stealthy Viggen. I'm not being very stealthy because I'm still emitting massive radar waves. I'm still telling where I'm at. This is a demonstration. In real life, my recommendation would be carry a jamming pod, only attack one. Someone in the flight should have a jammer at a minimum. Yeah. So there we go. Just take the time now to tell you guys I apologize. I've been having a lot of audio issues. I'm not sure if the audio card just got a little beat up here. I run on solar power. I get flickers all the time, and I have an UPS, but I'm really starting to question if it works. So I do apologize. I am troubleshooting the sound, but I really did want to get this video out for y'all, so I apologize if the audio's a little wonky again. Trying different editing software, really just trying to justify paying for Premiere again, so we'll see. Down in the comments below, let me know, do you guys like this format better? Instead of giving you the whole flight, and really I apologize because I'm still giving you a lot of flight, and that's because really radar detection of ships and stuff, this is a much larger piece of the process. I'm also working on a couple other weapons release tutorials, and it's really just the minute out release, kind of kicking them in. So if you like this format, you like that better, let me know down in the comments. If you like watching it from takeoff to delivery and back, let me know there too. I know I'm not giving you guys the stat screens anymore. The last one we did sync both ships, which was awesome because I never sync the stupid double-hulled Russian warships. Cargo ships, on the other hand, always go down. Unless I get 2 hits, then I usually can get lucky. Also, I do plan to redo the RB15 video with the classroom portion. So do tell me, guys, I haven't even begun that, but if you like this format better, let me know and I'll go ahead and adjust that one too. Alright, so we're closing in here on my first single target. If you recall, we did set our target selection mode to single, and we are in impulse, so we're only going to release one missile. You can see on the radar, on the top left, we're seeing the group, so you can see how they're separated apart. This angle, hopefully it's enough. It should easily be enough. The easy way to think about it is the wings on our envelope indicator on the radar pretty much give you the 56-degree cone of sorts. It's probably a lot more than 56 degrees, but we'll go with it. Why not? Someone in the comments will tell me I'm wrong. Measure their screen or something. on this. This guy doesn't have a SAM. I'm not worried. RWR is not giving us any turns. And we're away. See our feld light didn't come on. Now we're going to drop ourselves to group. Let's select our other target waypoint. A slew. Unfortunately, I don't have this impact recorded. But we hit the ship. We're flying straight through on that, which is so here we go again. I probably could have burned up more here. Line up. And we're getting the jamming signal again, which is pretty cool. I know they just updated a lot of the radar stuff. I've never been jammed attacking warships until now. So this tutorial marked the first. Released, and away we go. Don't worry, more cool impact footage to follow. Super. Just making sure that I'm gonna. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And there you have it, guys. Like I said, I apologize. I know the audio on this one's a little off. Well, I'm working on that, but I wanted to still get content out to you, even if it means in the future I got to re-record this thing. Do let me know down in the comments below, what are your thoughts? Did I miss something? Is there something that hopefully that cleared up for you? I know there's a handful of tutorials out there, and I've been seeing a lot in the forums of confusion on deploying these where people are having trouble getting hits on ships. I have to do multiple takes to make these, and I can tell you, I was nailing ships every time. The only problem I ever run into is the CIWS on the ship sometimes gets a missile. But I've not had problems with them missing. I do think the group confusion, attacking perpendicular to a line of ships is leaving confusion for people. So hopefully this helped you out. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.